Sup poodles, I'm back again, and this time I actually want to talk about something that has been on my mind for the longest time now, and I think it's high time I finally say something about it. Now, this will be a sort of commentary slash addition slash different perspective on an existing video from the channel Healthy Gamer GG. Shout out Dr. K, if you know, you know. And he was talking about how in life you can aim to be ordinary or extraordinary. I am going to be dicing it up a little bit to describe each talking point that he has to say. So with that being said, let's just get straight into it.
So if you're average, first of all, totally cool, no big deal.
And hey, you know what? That is totally cool. It's fine. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with being a 5 out of 10. There's nothing wrong with being a 5 out of 10. Because if you think about it, veering off on either side of the scale to a certain degree starts to either really help you or really hurt you. Moving on.
Main thing you need to think about, internally, has there been a voice inside you? Has there been some kind of passion? Are you risk averse and passion averse? And the rest of the world told you, hey, don't do that stuff because it's silly. If it did, start to tunnel down into that and start to awaken that voice a little.
Now, if he were to ask me to paraphrase what he just said, according to my own opinion and my own understanding of what he is trying to say, he's basically asking if you have a gut feeling. Not your intrusive thoughts, if you have a gut feeling. And if so, try to pay a teeny tiny bit more attention to it. I mean, after all, we always do tell each other, hey, trust your gut. So why should we trust our gut?
As you awaken that voice, as you lean into your passion, you may one day become exceptional. On the flip side, if you're average and you're actually okay with it, you don't need to be fucking exceptional.
And this is the point I really want to try and emphasize as much as I can here. Not everyone is destined for greatness. I don't mean to be condescending when I say this. I don't mean to be mean when I say this. I'm not trying to be snide. I'm not trying to be some type of Debbie Downer or whatever, but it's true. Not everyone is destined for greatness, right? Just because you're doing something and, you know, it's something to be admired by society, something to be worth much praise, like so much praise. Just because you're doing something that is worth all the accolades and all the accomplishments that come with it, some people are just not destined for that. Either because they're not built for it or they're so goddamn delusional in what they're actually capable of, right? On the flip side, some people, you know, they really are built for that. And to both cases, I say, hey, it's fine. It's fine. And there is a happy middle ground, if I should call it that. There is a happy middle ground where it's like you have a passion, you have something you're passionate about, you have something that makes you feel content internally. You have something that gives you ultimate fulfillment at the end of the day. Like, no matter how mundane your day goes out, no matter how quote unquote boring your life tends to be from time to time, there's always that one thing that we all individually have that satiates our need for fulfillment, be it our hobbies, be it our passions. And that's okay. That's fine. That's fine. It'll make sense as the video goes on. Just bear with me.
Not everyone in life needs to be exceptional. You can chase it if you want to, but if you're happy, it's okay to be happy. And you don't have to anticipate all the problems in the future and start grinding today.
This is one thing that I really feel somewhat passionate about because, you know, we've been all sold this facade that your 20s is a time for you to be grinding, you know, to be finding something bigger than yourself, you know, to be you're just busy with something. And though true to a certain extent, that's kind of what it just boils down to at the end of the day. It's just a pressure, an external pressure. Like, sure, there are some cases where it is like an internal / severely circumstantial pressure to like do something about it, but for the most part, a lot of us are doing okay, right? I wouldn't say just fine, but we're doing okay. Sure, friendships are probably in the shitter, relationships, don't even get me started on the dating marketplace today. Oh my goddamn. It's a pretty well-known fact that the global economic state of the world as it is, well, dire is a featherweight understatement. Like, who don't you know is complaining about either being broke, not having enough money, or everything being expensive, which, by the way, all three are true at the same time, simultaneously, or however the fuck you pronounce that word. It's not even funny anymore, bro. It's not even funny anymore.
It's not funny.
And I don't want to get onto side tangents that will make me veer completely off topic, but as, again, dire, for lack of a much more nihilistic term, as dire as the situation is, some people don't actually really mind living the most basic of lifestyles. Like, they really don't. And it may come to a shock to a lot of us, myself included, but it all comes down to, well, contentment and acceptance of one very basic, simple reality, which put simply just boils down to, do you want to be ordinary or do you want to be extraordinary? Are you willing to put in the hours, the days, the weeks, the months, and probably even the years to achieve something great, to achieve something bigger than yourself, to want to accomplish something greater than what life is fundamentally? Or you just want to live nice, simple, basic, no noise, no fuss, you know, just chilling? Like, do you want to be extravagant or you just want to be like basic? That's pretty much what it boils down to. Yes, there is a lot of nuance, and I mean a lot of nuance that I am either missing out on, choosing to ignore, or I'm probably misinformed about. But generally speaking, that's what it does come down to. Now, I'm not saying, you know, the two can't coexist at the same time, but the problem also comes in the fact that such a case is a rarity in its own. One person in particular who comes to mind immediately is Keanu Reeves. Mans is literally, and I quite mean literally, one of the most well-known and well-respected actors in Hollywood, and yet he's your everyday guy. Like, you can just pass him by the street and sure, you're gonna know him at a glance, but like, no one bothers him because he's not in your face about everything. Thinking of another example in, well, what I do, music, J. Cole, J. goddamn Cole. And we know it's a meme at this point that, oh my god, J. Cole fans and like the fact that he's this humble guy who doesn't flex some of his money on social media. He runs around goddamn fucking New York in a bike. He doesn't drive around in the goddamn Bentley that he bought. We get it. But at the same time, Mans is a millionaire, a multi-millionaire. He's a really good artist. And seeing him from like a distance, like anyone can just tell, like, oh, okay, he's chill. He's a chill guy. Sure, he may have his braggadocious moments, but for the most part, he's chill. And those are the only like few exceptions I can think of. But for the most part, right, it's like one way or the other. And again, there is this nuance that both can coexist at the same time. For example, I'm pretty sure there's that one person you know in your neighborhood or in another city or whatever who is like, he or she is doing rather good, I might add, right? They're doing like rather good. They're well off. They're actually well off. But again, like from a glance, you just look at them and you're like, this is someone I could deadass just run into at a supermarket and would ignore their entire existence. You know what I mean? So all this to like kind of say, look, first of all, it's okay to be average, right? Lifestyle wise and looks wise. Topic for another video, for another day maybe, right? It's okay to be average. It's fine. Don't worry, don't fuss too much. You are welcome, you are absolutely welcome to try and chase something bigger than yourself. Just know the amount of responsibility you're going to partake in. Be wary of the waters that you're about to dive in. And be absolutely sure that you're chasing it because it's something that is very much, you know, a deep investment that you have rather than some vanity reason of like,
I want to be famous.
I want to be rich, man. It's an easy get rich quick scheme for me to do this and do that. Or let me get the clout. Let me get all these bitches on my dick. Or I'm a put all these ugly bitches wrong in the desert.
No, just don't do that. You're just gonna spiral yourself into a deep depression. Don't do that. Don't do that. Like, fine, I can say don't do that all I want, but it is your decision at the end of the day, and it is your life. And I do acknowledge that. I'm just saying that because from the outside looking in, I question myself, and I'm pretty sure I'm not alone in this. I question myself, wait a minute, why are you doing that? Stop that. Like, that's a lot to do for, well, whatever reason that you have. That is a lot to do. Like, just stop. It's really not that worth it. Just stop. Also, again, if you have something you're passionate about, pursue it. I'm not saying go balls deep or just balls to the wall with it, because you never know if it's actually gonna work or not. You know, people have this thing, all it just takes is a little bit of hard work, you know, some elbow grease, and then things will come into fruition. True, but let's be honest, you also need a little bit of luck too. Hard work can only take you so far. Ooh, another topic for another video. Okay, I'm getting too ahead of myself, but all this to say, look, stay safe, spend your money wisely, pick the right partner. Okay, that's a very important one, especially to y'all motherfucking niggas. Pick a partner, a good partner, someone worth investing the rest of your life in. Okay, keep your circle close, love your family, find something you're either good at or find something you want to get good at and invest in that, be it monetarily, be it time-wise, be it effort-wise. You know, just get something to get you going. Get something that makes you want to keep going, okay? And remember, it's okay to be average. It's fine to be a normie. It's okay to be an NPC. As long as you have a roof over your head, food in your mouth, clothes on your body, and water to hydrate you, for the most part, you're okay, all right? Anything and everything else that you're facing internally, that's totally up to you. You figure out how you want to deal with it. And
hey, if you're in your 20s and you are actually enjoying the life that you're living, making a moderate amount of money with moderate relationships, with a moderate amount of fun, you do not need to sacrifice the best years of your life to avoid some hypothetical problem down the road. If the rest of the world is telling you that you need to be grinding, but internally you're kind of content, lean into that, baby.
Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Still growing it, still trying to figure out things to like come up with. The beats in the description. Follow my music channel, that's my main channel. Links to the YouTube short and the video in the description. Shout out again to Healthy Gamer GG. Other videos in this channel will be in the description. And till next time, deuces!